Medicare also means we stop wasting our money. So here's the overhead of the larger insurance companies. Any of my slides that have numbers on them, as this will momentarily, there will be a footnote at the bottom, which will be too small for you to read, but it's there so that if you just have to know my source, I can tell it to you right now. It's not a hidden source. So here's the overhead of the larger insurance companies, 15 to 20%. Does anybody know what the overhead of Medicare is? 3%. Yep, ballpark, it's 2.2. Depends how you look at it, but 2.2%. And it's not magic. It's because the private insurance companies advertise on TV. They have I think 400,000 or 500,000 staff managing the healthier patients. Medicare itself has 4,000 or 5,000 patients or employees. There's a lot of overhead. They do all these call centers. They say no to things. They do underwriting. They do a lot of stuff that's expensive, and they have ginormous salaries oftentimes. So the only way to get to that 2% overhead instead of 18% overhead is to use a program like Medicare. And in addition, makes us healthier. But this is also, I think, the most important chart, so bear with this. This is our mortality rate by age compared to 17 peer nations. So you didn't need me in here to tell you that Americans are at the bottom of this chart, right? Americans have 2 or 3 year shorter life expectancy than the rest of the modern world, despite our spending double what the rest of the world spends. So here we are, happily cruising up the bottom of the chart. There we are at the bottom of the chart. You kind of expected that. Here's what you didn't expect. When we turn 65, look what happens. Country by country, year by year, we climb to the top. We climb to the top, country by country, year by year, once we turn 65. So obviously that's, I think, Medicare, but that also means we should be hugely proud of what we have here. Our delivery system, we simply must have many of the world's best doctors and hospitals and nurses and such, or we couldn't possibly recover from worst to best as we do there. So we should be proud of it. The problem, of course, is we just don't let everybody in.